Examine! Tell me about your human ear. Oh, I can't look at her human ear. I can look at the guard and the security camera, I guess. Alright. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Possibly a mannequin. Just so you know, I am a lawyer.
Sorry, I've never seen that before.
I'm just showing it to you to prove that I am in fact a lawyer. I know it's hard to believe. Why does... I don't know why the gumshoe got this note when he went into another room, apparently. And I don't... Are there like two of these notes, or I don't know. Vampires don't show up in the examine screen. That makes sense. That makes sense. Remember that receipt? You know, the entire reason you're here, that there's no way in hell you could possibly forget?
You mean the one with my name on it? Obviously.
Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
Tempting. Remember that time you found your sister dead? Seems like only yesterday. No, yeah, the other receipt. Yeah. I trust you.
Why?
Well, maybe it's because you had a good reason for being there. We were all planning out to go to dinner. Your sister really didn't have any motive, as far as I can tell. That's pretty reasonable.
Don't you think I did it too?
No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but...
That detective thinks I did it.
Do what I can, Truth Cracker. Also, super lawyer vision. Yeah, there's also that, Music Dan. That's the biggest reason. I'm just like carrying around the evidence. I don't... Like, why do I have this stuff? Why do I have this stuff? I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon.
Poor sis.
Better not ask her about this now. It seems like common sense, but I felt now was the time. And I'm carrying it around anyway, so I might as well. This was lying next to the chief's body.
I saw that too. They said that they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand.
Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. Have you never been in her office, Phoenix? I mean, I guess you just sit at the reception all day and then go to court. Yeah, we're actually showing her this stuff. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit? And that human ear?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training.
Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. I already showed her the badge, Jackal. I already showed her the badge. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence? I act like I haven't heard you talk about this previously.
Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker. The one you just showed me a few minutes ago, and I kind of freaked out about it, but I'm now calm talking about.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said it was something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah. I forget how to delete these things.
That's pretty useful. I thought she was gonna be like, do you want to hear it in her voice? Because I'm a spirit medium, remember? Oh, whoops. So you say you had a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. Detectives collect evidence sometimes. So apparently lawyers do as well. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him about it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure. Thanks. Hey there, Farplay. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff as well?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. Wait.
What?
So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all of that?
Yes. In training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit, then? We can just ask her who killed her. I mean, I guess that's the way to go. Makes sense. Collecting evidence is all about stealing it from the crime scene.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave this to me a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
I mean, that's pretty reasonable, really. Refuse. No, I must be your lawyer. Good thing you already gave me the paper. Now you don't have his contact info. Suck it. This is the address of a better lawyer. Can you go get it for me? I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. Entirely reasonable. I am just going to accept. That sounds entirely reasonable. Sure. Why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I'm sure he'll be more competent than you are. I have no one else to turn to.
Huh? Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Jeez, what? The trial's tomorrow? It's like, alright, murder. Not really much evidence. Just like, not, like, it's a murder. And pick up her sister, where the only evidence against her, as far as I can tell, is that she was present, and her name was written by the dead person. That's relevant, but we really just gonna rush into trial right away. Alright. What? Tomorrow? Yeah, okay, I'm glad Phoenix is upset and surprised about the situation as I am. Apparently justice is very swift in this country. Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. But they won't give us any time to actually, like, prepare a case or anything like that. That would be silly.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
I mean, also, why didn't you just call the lawyer guy, then? Like, you didn't know that I was gonna come here. Visiting hours are almost up. What do you mean visiting hours are almost up? You got here at 9. 7 minutes after visiting hours started. You got here at 9:07. That's 7 minutes after the place opened for visiting hours. Apparently, we've got, like... It's not really visiting hours, I guess. It's like visiting hour? Is that the case? Maybe that's the case. She doesn't have the phone. It's like, well, you can try to find an attorney, but we won't give you any way to contact one, so good luck! Probably getting a state attorney. Right. I'll be back. But first... could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it by now. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. We're going to mention this about 18,000 times. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now, even though it was a different clock. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood.
I still don't... Like, there wasn't that much blood. I mean, I've never smelled a corpse with blood nearby, but, My interactions with blood have not been one to make it, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a smell that, is really gonna be prevalent, like, 2 rooms away. I don't know.
The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. I didn't actually learn anything new. We already covered all of this. Strawberry flavored blood? Oh man, it's a mystery. We don't have visual evidence, visual photographic memory of the Grossberg law offices. Show her the badge again. That actually makes sense. By the way, oh, this was her note to remind me to check the phone. Remember that note you showed me? I wanted to ask you about your cell phone.
The detective took it when they brought me in.
So, Gumshoe took it. Phoenix definitely, well, maybe he remembers photographs and nothing else. He certainly doesn't remember much. I'll have to try to get it back next time I see him. Or, you know, I mean, they took the phone and she told them that she made a call on that phone. So they're already gonna have the message and that'll be entered into evidence and I can use it whether I have the phone or not. In theory. And just a reminder that I am also a lawyer. I mean, if you wanted to, I could represent you. If you hadn't realized, I am also a lawyer. I can represent people in cases. I even have a badge to prove it, that I am in fact a lawyer. She's also lying. She totally saw it before. You can't use evidence the prosecutors have. That would be crazy. Did your sister never show you her badge? Oh man. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Should still generally have some idea. Yeah, not necessarily, though. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. But not before we look around at the painting. Let's take a look. Okay, we don't have any reverse vampires here. No one's showing up on the bottom screen. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Yeah, I'm seeing a recurring theme here. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. I'm glad you realize that you're not a very perceptive fellow, though, Phoenix. That's good that you realize that. Fay and Company law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for clues, rather. Another officer, I guess. Hey, you there! No, it's. Why wouldn't I recognize his voice? I mean, like, we didn't talk that long, I guess, but I was like, it can't be Gumshoe because we don't recognize the voice. That's true, Creeper. That's true. Probably true as well, Jackal. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? No one in this game has any memory! Wait. You're that Butts guy, aren't you? Is this not Gumshoe? I mean, he looks the same. Exactly the same. So it's just... okay. No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Nah. I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy was a killer. And you're no killer, right? What? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe. Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Oh, that's the chief, huh? Probably need a better voice for the chief. That we'll work on that though. Yes, sir. But be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Yeah, give him Scorpion's voice because he said get over here. That would be kind of hilarious. Oh my god, he's also a vampire. There's so many vampires in this game. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. It's still saying pal, so I assume it's Gumshoe, but why doesn't it say Gumshoe then if it's I don't know. Coraline Stricta, pal. Okay, it was someone else? Who is that? It's a mystery. We'll never know. Was it the narrator? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is... Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Maybe the plant was talking to me. That's probably the case. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Alright. I just want to prove to you that I am in fact a lawyer. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? The one that I have on... Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? I'm asking you because you didn't find any there. So... but I've got it. Here it is, in case you guys wanted the evidence. Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. Glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. I think his inventory is actually sooner. Well, like X, like I mean, when I like talked to Maya about the glass shards, it was basically like, do you know anything about these glass shards? It's what it seemed like. There's a few parts that it seems like you physically have it, and I think it was like implying that I would show Maya the clock. It's inventory / memory on a case-by-case basis. There you go. You don't even think he's a real cop. He didn't respect the badge. What kind of cop doesn't respect a badge, man? About Miss Fey. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, huh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss. That doesn't mean you get any special treatment. You don't get to any evidence. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. It does get more logical in some of the later games, Blackfire. Fair enough. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you ain't gonna win. What? Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Phoenix would definitely say, of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Ah, don't talk about him that way. You make him sound barely human. And still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. I guess he's super cherry-picking cases, then? Or, I guess, like, does it count it as a loss when it was like a plea bargain or something? Sleep well, Jackal. Edgeworth is a robot? Probably. That seems very likely. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never had imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Oh yeah, Draco. That is fair. So pretty straightforward. Oh, alright, I have to... For some reason I was like, let's not show him the note. He doesn't need to see that. That's specifically what we need to show him more than anything else. Gotcha, Draco. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. I mean, he's less right than I am, somehow. Seems like. So that might work. But, Phoenix above table sort of fellow, I think. Even if he didn't respect the badge. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just... You know, Detective. Nope. I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it. Like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Yes. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes. Thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. I mean, that's probably a thing that should be true. Yeah, exactly. So, like, the last call was to the deceased. Nah, nothing suspicious here. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you her name because I'm a terrible detective. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've already sent her home then? Nah, you're just trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. None of this seems, like, appropriate.